Hey, let's talk some soccer. So, there's been all this controversy going on with the U.S. national team ever since Pulisic decided he wanted the summer off. And even though other big names aren't playing in the Gold Cup for whatever reason, like McKennie Away are in the Club World Cup, Gio Reyna is in the Club World Cup. He just got some minutes with Dortmund last night, which is great. The biggest headline has been Pulisic opting not to play for the Gold Cup. And some of the old-timers are rightfully criticizing him, saying, anytime you have a chance to play for the U.S., you should do it. On a previous video, you might have noticed that I actually supported Christian Pulisic, and I'm a big advocate for men's mental health. If you feel like you need a break, whether it's physical or mental, take it. It doesn't absolve you from criticism. I would prefer that he would have played in the Gold Cup. I'd like to see him putting in those reps and that time with Pochettino and some of these other guys, just because it means so much to me when the U.S. puts out their best lineup and when we win things. I know Concacaf is not the most glamorous region in the world. I know the Gold Cup is the most prestigious trophy you can win. But from my perspective, it's like if you get a chance to do something amazing with your life, do it until the wheels fall off. Don't ever take it for granted. You take a summer off, and then what happens when it gets taken away from you through some, knock on wood, through some random thing? You never get another summer to play with the national team. That's just the way I think of it. But I want to look at this article on Goal where Clint Dempsey finally weighed in on it. And he says that the U.S. soccer could have been more unified, which I totally agree with, and that the drama could have been avoided. So Clint says you have one of the best players for the national team, and if it had been England, if Harry Kane was missing a tournament or the Nations League or World Cup qualifying, there will be people asking questions. And it's important to be unified in that conversation. There's no back and forth like two people are at odds. It could have been handled better. But I like what he says here. Whether you get a red card in the game or you do something stupid, it's to get back on the pitch and let the play do the talking for you. But here's something that Clint Dempsey says in this interview also that really, really spoke to me, and I think kind of highlights where the frustration, if not the criticism, comes from your average Joe fan. Clint says, I know that there was a lot of kids where I am from that didn't make it. You're representing for them, your town, your city, your state, your country. So everybody's going through different things. Everybody's dealing with different injuries and different things mentally. He said up here, whether it's the Gold Cup or World Cup qualifying, Confederation Copa, I want to be there because as a kid, I dreamed about representing my country. I think that's where I stand. But I know that like life is more complex than just either you're wrong or you're right. There's a lot of gray in life. Most of reality exists in the gray area, which is why I'm not here to criticize Christian, but I'm here to say that I really agree with what Clint Dempsey is saying. And this is another reason why I think that there was this criticism. What's difficult about this situation is what happened in the Copa America, because they didn't get out of the group stage, and it was hosted in America. It was very embarrassing. And then we lost to Panama and Canada in the Nations League, and now we're losing again leading into the Gold Cup. So it's just hard. And this responsibility should not always fall to Christian Pulisic to make everything right with the U.S. national team, but it's his cross to bear, right? You're the guy. You're the best player we produced. I love the fact that you come from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Like, you're an American guy, and you represent. So I'm rooting for him to come back. I'm rooting for Christian to come back, play well. Shut up the haters. But Clint Dempsey, for those of you that have seen him play and were part of his, were fans during his era, you got to respect what he's saying. It's like, look, man, we understand you're going through things, but there's a certain, responsibility you have when you are able to represent the country. It's like, I understand you need days off, but a lot of us in life, we don't get days off. And we just, at the end of a long week of work, you are able to represent us on a national scale and sweat for us and make us feel like even though our lives may not be that great and we have to work our butts off and sweat and everything, at least you represent us, and you showing up and winning makes us proud. So that's my thoughts on Clint Dempsey's take on the whole debacle going on with Christian and Pochettino. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you soon.